folks. Welcome to another episode of So Say SMEs in Virtualization and Cloud. I'm Colin Yang on Twitter.
And I'm Todd MUIRHEAD, also on Twitter. Virtual Todd on Twitter, actually.
Hello, Todd.
Hey, Con.
So, folks, today we're here at Chewy's in Austin Classic. And
this is my favorite place to eat.
And a slight hint, great place to eat.
So if you ever come to Austin or Round Rock, you gotta eat at Chewy's for at least one meal.
Yes. And a little hint to where I might land. Chewy's is now hiring. So for all those out there still wondering where I'm going to land, I'm making a decision. Chewy's high on the list.
It's not bad, right?
No, it's not. It's not. Transitioning from food to, so acquiring food and whatnot. Lots of activities this week. Notably, Cisco acquiring Whiptail,
Yeah, very big deal.
They flashed their cash.
They flashed their cash. They're going to, I guess. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see exactly how that technology gets integrated into all the things that Cisco does.
Yeah, it's going into their computing group, as they say. And you know how co-opetition always works, First you try to build out the whole ecosystem yourself, which Cisco has the core networks. They've gotten the compute power with UCS. Mm-hmm. They've always had great relationships with the storage vendors, EMC, NetApp, used to be, and all the smaller players out there, right? But now with them getting this piece, they've come out and said that they love their storage ecosystem. But I've heard that story many times at Dell, my former employer, and it always does not work out well for the smaller players, because at the end of the day, the whatever big player ecosystem wins out.
Yeah, they build out their own or acquire somebody else and integrate. Yes, this is another example of that. And there's trucks going by. It's kind of loud. So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. What was the other acquisition that you mentioned? It was
Western Digital buying
right.
MUIRHEAD, which is another Flash.
Flash.
Yeah, Flash. Yeah, speaking of Flash. Didn't VMware have something on Flash and cache?
Exactly. So in 5.5, one of the new features is VFRC, or vFlash Read Cache. And what it is so there's a bird that almost flew there. Okay, so what it is there's a new feature in 5.5 where you can take your high-speed flash devices or SSDs on the servers, and vSphere can combine those into a cache that can be used to a read cache that can be used to accelerate I/O for your VMs. Yeah. And there's actually a lab that you can take on the hands-on labs, which are online now, and you can try it out, and it's pretty cool.
Awesome.
So Flash is everywhere all the time.
vFlash Read Cache, right?
Yeah, and so this is a clear trend that I think we've all seen over
fast.
I can't. This is a clear trend that we've all seen over the last few years in the storage area, where Flash is just becoming a bigger and bigger part, more and more important. And in order to get the performance that people need out of their storage, whatever that is, Flash ends up having to be a part of that.
Exactly. It's similar, speaking of performance, similar to the introduction of vSAN, right? All caps for you out there. vSAN, which is getting integrated into vSphere product, and is different than VSA, the virtual storage appliance in there. And I think VMware Storage, Cormac Hogan has a great series.
5-part series so far.
Yeah, on that. There's also all sorts of setup and architectural discussions that have taken place around that. But,
so there's a lot of differences between VSA and vSAN. A really big one that's kind of obvious.
Bigger than just the letter N attached at the end, right?
Exactly. Is that VSA was an appliance, or a set of appliances actually that ran on the host. vSAN is built into the kernel or into vSphere itself. So there's not an appliance running that does this. It's part of the core product. So that's to me that's the big high level difference. And then there's tons of differences once you get past it.
I think one of the biggest questions out there, and I had a discussion on Twitter with Kusher Cab, a UI/UC system admin, is that you run into the pricing. What's the cost? Because it hasn't been announced yet. And,
I'm not the pricing guy, so
no,
don't ask
absolutely,
me.
but that'll weigh in to because
Yeah, sure.
it has cool features, but if it prices itself out of the realm of, hey, I might as well just buy a physical flash array, then it's debatable. So hopefully VMware will find the right price mix to satisfy IT admins, because it's really cool. It's cool technology.
I think it's cool too.
So, all right, folks. What are the odds that Kong ends up at Chewy's? You never know. I might be bringing you that margarita or some chips and salsa. But watch out for that queso.
Exactly.
But thank you for joining us this week. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks, everybody.